we go. Well, hey, everybody. It's good to see your beautiful faces. 2 weeks ago, I had my 21st anniversary. Last week, I'd had foot surgery and was on pain meds. So it's good to see you. I watched the recording, so you guys did great. You did great without me. So, but I missed you. It's good to be on here.
That's what this is all about as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, there might be a night that we turn it over to you guys, and that would be kind of fun. A fun huddle and let you guys
we'll just dial in.
We'll dial in, let y'all put your heads together and come up with something. But yeah, we actually have been kind of talking for just a few minutes. I love to come in early. There's some kind of chit chat that goes on. It's just kind of like sitting around the table and talking to my Mary Kay girlfriends. But congratulations to Nora, has already hit. Did you say you've already hit? This is the end of the start quarter. You all know that, right? Everybody nod that.
Today.
We got till midnight tonight. And Nora, the level you're at currently? So she's at the second pearl level. Okay, and when she said that, and then she said something about a third pearl level, and then a fourth one, I'm like, I didn't even know there were other levels of pearl. So that I'm ashamed to say that I didn't, but wow, Nora. And she said you've hit up to third level or fourth level. You've been to fourth level?
No, I've never been to fourth. No, I've hit the third level once.
That's amazing.
I've been to this second level a few times, right, Susan?
Yeah, I don't doubt it one bit.
Yeah. And so I think I've hit this one a couple times.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
but also congratulations to already stars Bretta Ruckman and Susan Fenry and me. And is anybody else on with us tonight that's a star? You need to be, doing a.
You have a couple hours left.
It's not over. That's right. It's not over. And as Nora is saying, this is an awesome holiday selling season. An awesome holiday selling season. I really would, without even having an open house, my sales have been excellent, and not just on gift items. I think consumer sales are just up, period, and people want to support local businesses now more than ever. And you guys don't feel like you're asking them to do something for you. Feel like you're giving them a gift. You're being a blessing by offering them. I mean, everybody and I know Susan feels this way, and Bretta feels this way, Nora feels this way, Kathy, Jenny, Sony, thank you all for being on with us tonight. You know that every time you sell some Mary Kay product as a Christmas gift, the person who's getting it for their friend is always so grateful and thankful. I mean, don't they come back and say, oh my gosh, you did, this is fabulous, thank you. And those people will come back year after year after year because they just love it. I mean, and my customers, I got some text the other day. I'm super excited. Sorry, but Susan, I'll let you talk in a minute.
Oh, go.
But I got a text, just for instance, last night or the night before, and she said, my cousin in Ohio, and then all caps, love, love, love the satin body care set, and she said she was just so excited about it. And then I said, that makes me so happy that, people love what I love and that I can help you out. And she said, everybody, and this is a regular customer that buys from me and ships out. She gets it all early in October. And anyway, she ships it out to her friends, and she said, everybody's gotten their stuff. And, they just loved it. They just loved it. So you guys, we are a blessing. We are giving. And if you've got products on your shelf and you're not selling, reach out to people that may not be finished. And that's probably most people. So take it away, Susan.
Oh, okay. It's funny you said product on your shelf. I'm looking at my shelf. It's pitiful. My old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard. It's bare. And it's a good feeling. I mean, it's kind of a panicked feeling like, oh my gosh. I mean, I just placed an order to finish my ruby, and I'm just like, golly, I'm just not overstocked on anything. I mean, I've got my little clearance table and all, but yeah, it's gone very well. The thing I was most excited about, and we need to let Mary Kay know this, go to the contact page, the little thing up in the corner of In Touch, and let them know what products have sold best for you and what you like best. They want to hear from us.
Yeah.
And I think that 12 Days of Faves was one of the cutest things they've ever done. And I'll be honest, you guys, let's see if I can find it sitting here. I sold all that I had of those. And one one sale was to a dad who bought one for his wife and his daughter. And I posted a picture of it the other day where, you know, you can take that outer thing off of it that shows everything that's in it. So you don't want that, because then they can turn around and go, oh, here's what's in here. So I took that off and I just put one of those stretchy spa headbands around it to keep it closed. And because it was a teenage daughter and then a mom about my age, I just tweaked what was in it. I mean, I didn't really care what Mary Kay put in it.
I love that thought, because I didn't have that thought. The ones that I sold, I just sold them the way they were. What a great
And they're fine just the way they are.
Yeah.
Because this was a mother-daughter, I thought the daughter wouldn't care so much about hydrogel eye patches, so I put in a little satin body demo set for her. And it all came out within a buck or two of what it was. And I thought, if they would just sell the boxes like that, we could have a blast. Which the little boxes that we have, if you watch Kristen Sharp every year, right? Or she takes those little boxes and she put them together really adorably, like the 3 boxes, and she'll do 4 of those and makes them go together. So I'm always amazed. I shouldn't be though, but I'm always amazed at the creativity among the consultants and directors and what you can do. So I'm going to make sure Mary Kay knows, heck, I don't care if you fill it with the product. Give us a good deal on the product, which it was a special savings for them.
Give us
just
one
having that box.
But allow us to buy the boxes empty as well. That would be fabulous. I mean,
yes. And I thought that was great.
The one thing I'm finding, I sold 2 and both of them have already traded in their lip colors.
Oh.
So, but they liked everything else, but they thought the rest was, they thought it was too neutral. They wanted color.
Neutral. They're very, very neutral, and that's true. But I do like them because it's naturally buff and what's that?
Sheer
illusion.
Sheer illusion.
Love.
Yeah.
So but it is very, very neutral. If somebody doesn't really like neutrals, well then.
She didn't. I was like, that's okay. I'll swap it out. So.
But I kept my little outer case of it because I thought, well, heck, even if they don't, then next year I'm going to come up. This was a good, clever way to do a $99 12 days of Christmas.
So cute.
Even if you just change out colors.
I just loved it.
But it was great. I gave it to the dad and I go, if I were you, I'd give them to him today, because I did on Saturday. He goes, yeah, they're getting these today to open one a day. So it's just so cute. These guys are easy. And he's been coming back to me every year. I bet this is 6th, 7th year. Did that with another husband the other day. I go, hey, you want to make you a hero? He goes, yeah, let's up it to 150 this year. And I'm like, okay. So text him today. It's all done. Come get it. So yeah, fun.
So reach out. How many of you, who's got a holiday selling story that has touched your heart so far this season? Anybody? Raise your hand.
A holiday heart story? Is that what you said?
Yeah, some kind of story because you were helping them with their gifts. Yeah.
I have one. It's not really helping with gifts, but it came to a gift. I had a brand new customer that was at the doctor's office, one of the nurses, and she was complaining about all the maskne. So we did a Zoom call, got her on the Miracle set. We'll see what happens. Haven't heard back from her, but I asked her, because she loved everything as she was doing it at home, the facial at home, one-on-one. And she loved how everything felt, but couldn't afford it all yet. I said, you can make the wish list and give me your secret Santa. I'd be very happy to make you happy. She said, oh, that'd be great. So she gave me her husband's number. I texted him a picture of she had seen the satin roll-up body, the satin bag, with everything, satin hand, satin lip, satin body, that I do the whole big thing for $150. So sent it to the husband, sent him pictures, and he said, oh, my mother will want to do that for her. Sent me to the mother. The mother reached out to me about 3 or 4 days later, and she says, I want it. I don't care how much it costs. We need it. Just meet me at the doctor's office, and met her in the parking lot. And she was just thrilled because she said her husband's office, I guess, always gives the daughter, or daughter-in-law rather, a gift certificate. And she said, I'm tired of giving gift certificates. I wanted to give her something, and this was perfect. So she was really happy. This nurse is going to be thrilled because she really wanted the whole set and everything, and now she's going to get it. So that made me feel good. Whether she comes back for the skincare or not, I don't know, but she's got the set and everything.
Oh, fun. See, that's what it's all about. Charlie?
Yeah.
I volunteered with this organization in Charlotte called Hope Match to help wrap gifts. And so, and they actually, as a single parent, they did this wonderful thing. They fixed single moms' vehicles for like at a fraction of the cost. You know, these dealerships will charge you. So that's how I got associated with them. And so the lady that I was helping wrap gifts was saying how she needed to get some gifts for the nursing home that she was volunteering with. So she bought the my last 4 the foot sets with the socks for the senior citizens, and I had them in my trunk. So I was like, yay!
Yay!
And I felt really good just because I know I have family members that are diabetic and have neuropathy with their feet. So for her to even want to do that for the nursing home, I know that's a big deal. So
that's a big
that was
deal.
my thing this week.
You're right. I mean, it's when you're just you get it back. I mean, just it makes you warm and know that you're really helping somebody, and the recipient, you're helping not only the person who's purchasing from you, but the recipient, you know, on the other end is going to absolutely get something that they love, that they absolutely love. So that's awesome. Anybody else story? Well,
I was just going to say that don't forget or diminish the value of your store for your gifts to the people on your list. You know, that seems to kind of go without saying, but do you do that? Does everybody get something from Mary Kay from you? Because we've talked before that there have been years where I thought, oh, maybe they're just tired of getting Mary Kay, and they're like, well, where is my Mary Kay this year? They expect that. So I was reaching out to sisters-in-law, and they all said, you know what? And they're not big customers. You know, it's funny. You know how we are as family sometimes isn't your best customer. Best friends sometimes aren't your best customers. But these sisters-in-law, I've been married 21 years, and I've little by little tried to get them on, but I've just kind of given up. And 2 of them said, I'd really like skincare for Christmas. I'm like, well, all righty then. That saved me from heading out to them. Yeah, exactly. And I do want to ask you guys too in a minute, I'll come back to it. If you know of a skincare, one of our skincare lines that has absolutely no scent at all. Okay, because I've been encountering people who are triggered by scent that get migraines. And a couple people have been telling me lately, I used to be able to use the Time Wise. I can't anymore. The smell gives me, I'm like, the smell. So I don't know, maybe that's remnants of COVID that I haven't, I've been trying to sniff and I'm going, Tanner, does this smell like anything? Yeah.
The company is actually altering the Time Wise. The new Time Wise 3D, well, new to us, you know, it's been around for 2 years now. Because apparently it has done that with more normal people. And I've had the same thing. I know we all had. Some customers, they were fine with it. They loved it, didn't have a problem with the change. And some customers were like, I miss my old time. And so they brought back the regular
body moisturizer. And
and that was huge. Not the cleanser, but the moisturizer. And that was huge. My customers were tickled to death. They got the moisturizer because that's apparently.
Does cleansing bar have a smell? Does anybody know?
No.
It's very faint, very faint.
It's botanicals and it's not fragrance. So it depends on what so most of the time they should be okay. But if there's a botanical that triggers them, then they might have a problem with it. But, you know, I don't know. I've been using the Naturally Cleanser for the last 2 or 3 months, and I am so in love. Now, I use the rest of the repair line, but I use the Naturally Cleanser. And so, I don't know. I mean, it's just, my skin feels really good, feels really clean. It feels so anyway, for whatever that's
and no smell to your knowledge. I mean, like,
no, there is a scent to it, but it's definitely botanical. And the cleanser is 99.4%. You know, the only thing that's been added to it is a carrying agent. So yeah, I don't think anybody would have a problem with the Naturally Cleanser. If they do, you'll know. But
and it's weird. It can say fragrance free. It just means no added fragrance. It's still you still are smelling its ingredients.
You are.
So I
That's
was just wondering
exactly what you're smelling.
Anything absolutely has no smell.
It's like I explain it to people that it's like if you have an orange or a lemon. You know, it's all natural. but it smells. And some people can be, you know, allergic to citrus or have a problem with it. And some people are absolutely fine. They love citrus, but just know that that's all organic and natural. It's the same thing as with the product. There's no added oils or fragrances. But let me say this. Speaking of fragrance, you all, I'm serious now. I am so serious. Do yourself a favor.
I gotta go smell it.
Put your order in for yourself for December. And even if you have, then that means you've got 50%. Next order, buy yourself a bottle of Illuminea. I will tell you that there's probably not a man that I've gone around or by, and I'm not like head to toe with it. I'm just spritzing on once in a while. I kind of get a whiff, but it's not very heavy. But men and women, oh my God.
What's that noise?
I bet
you,
you
Teresa?
told me 100 times. Who is everybody? I bet he told me.
That sounds like somebody's washing machine is on agitate or something.
Okay. Anyway, Bob's told me 100 times. I mean, like, I almost so many times I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, I really love that cologne. I'm like, yeah, it's really good. So anyway, I just have to
I don't have the cologne. I have the body whip or whatever.
Body whip, you can't judge it off the body whip. I honestly smell the body whip. I like it now that I like to have the fragrance. But when I first got the body whip, and that's all I had because it came in our buzz kit, I liked it, but I wasn't like gaga. I smelled it. I'm like, okay, I think I like that fragrance, but I really can't tell. But this, and I'm telling you this too, wear it, because at first you'll go, and then you'll start to go, oh my, and it just kind of, as it lingers, because you know
Oh my.
it is a very sensual fragrance, right, Bretta? Bretta loves it as much as I do, and you know it is sexy.
But you've always liked the spicier, more like makes me think of Genji and Elige and Premonition and what was the Affection?
You're right. In that family, I do like Orientals and spices and ambers and stuff. So yes, I do.
That sounds pretty good. As I'm sitting here, I'm like,
but it just wears with, like, because this is an extract. Say this. What is it? It's an extrait. Is that how you say it? Extrait.
no idea.
And so it's the extraction of the highest percentage of fragrance oils in a fragrance. So it's, you know, it's more than a parfum. It is an extrait. So that's why it's so different, and it kind of just becomes you, if that makes any sense at all, but just it becomes your fragrance. It becomes
you.
It does. Anyway, it illuminates you. Illuminate.
Good.
Do yourself a favor. Buy a bottle. You'll sell a ton of it.
Okay.
What else? What else do we need to talk about? We got 5 minutes.
Is that really all right? I will say that since this is the 15th, next week is going to be the 22nd. I feel like we're getting pretty daggone close to Christmas, and this is probably going to be our last gathering for 2020, unless you all are like, oh my gosh, we got to talk about something. I'm just thinking what I like to do these last couple weeks, in addition to finishing up the sales and making deliveries and stocking stuffers and last minutes and husbands, okay, is to start thinking about how you want to wrap up 2020 in your office. And I don't usually, you know, you could wait till January 1st, I suppose, but I usually don't. I usually, maybe that week between Christmas and New Year's is when I'm taking my inventory on a sheet, although you can't get these right now. What is the deal? Like you go to get a consultant order form, it's like, sorry, out of stock. I'm like, how can these be out of stock? What does COVID have to do with a piece of paper?
Printing.
But
Printing.
yeah.
And
Printing.
but you can print them from online. Go to the search engine and look and put in an order form, and they've made a new one that's more printable. So you can print them from online. So yes.
So now I usually just use the order form as my tally sheet, and then I go and I pretend I'm doing an order, but I label it inventory 2020, and I plug everything in, all the current items. It'll give me a total of what my retail value and wholesale value is on my shelf. So that's good for tax purposes. And then at the end of the January 1st or the 31st of December, you want to take your odometer reading. So those are just a few things. And maybe, I know I've made a video of it before of how I organize my office and my receipts in my good old filing cabinet. Good old fashioned metal filing cabinet. And we can do that again, probably one of the first meetings of the year if you guys want.
It'd be an excellent idea to.
But it's not, don't, just be thinking about that. And if you feel like you got stuff everywhere and you're like, oh, my New Year's resolution is to run a more organized, a tighter business, then maybe that's something you think about in these next few weeks.
Yeah.
Sell, because that's the most important thing right now. But that week between Christmas and New Year's is typically a little slower, and that's a good time to be thinking and organizing. So
Absolutely.
that dang supply closet. How many years have I whined about that, Teresa? It's still enter at your own risk.
But if you need something, you can find it in there for sure.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Yep.
So anybody have any questions or anything? We normally start with prayer and we didn't. And so
I can finish with prayer.
hey, we can do that. Why don't we finish with prayer? And if anybody has any special prayer requests, why don't you just text that to us if you would, please. And anybody who's watching this even later, just, let us know. And of course, I think we do keep each other in our prayers all the time. And this probably will be our last pink huddle until the first of the year, but stay tuned because we'll soon be putting stuff.
Never know.
All right, Suze, you want to close out with prayer?
Sure, I will. Okay. Heavenly Father, we just want to take a deep breath and pause and just let you know how grateful we are. Grateful that we live in the United States. Grateful that we have this amazing company that is all about and for women. Grateful that we are here together tonight across the miles, that we have something amazing like Zoom that can bring us all into each other's living rooms and help us feel close, particularly in this oh so crazy year where we have all been distanced physically, but we're grateful that we can stay close in our hearts and through things such as these technological advances. So we are grateful for that. We are grateful for this season, Lord, particularly in this oh so crazy year where up is down and down is up, and people have been sick and many have lost loved ones, and it's just been a crazy, crazy year. And so Christmas, at least to me, Lord, and I think to my Mary Kay sisters, is even more special, if possible, for it to be even more special than it has been in the past, just to help us remember that, yeah, a lot of things, a lot of freedoms, a lot of loved ones, many things have been lost this year, but it's a time to just focus on really realizing what we have. And we are so grateful for that. I know that, Lord, you always make good things come out of everything. And if that's the one thing that we are to take out of 2020 and being gratitude for what we have, then we are most definitely grateful. Thank you for these sisters on the call. Thank you for those who are tuning in later. And thank you for your son, Jesus Christ, the reason for the season. We ask these things in his name and for his sake. Amen.
Amen. Beautiful prayer. Good night, you guys. Thanks for being on with us. We really appreciate you. And we'll have some Christmas messages out there. So love you guys very much. Good night.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.